Hi there. So this is going to be for all the Sunday school teachers and the childcare staff that assist them in teaching Sunday school. I wanted to talk a little bit about some discipline in the Sunday school classroom. This is going to apply mostly to the elementary class, which is our largest class right now. That's first through fifth grade, but is applicable to youth or pre-K kindergarten as well. So the expectations, first of all, for a classroom is that the kids are being respectful of whoever's teaching, that they are participating, and or if they don't feel like participating, which happens sometimes, they're at least being quiet and allowing the other children who do want to be a part of the lesson to do that. If that's not the case, and so you have a child or two that is disruptive or acting in a way that's causing other kids to not be able to focus on the lesson, it's important to remove them from that situation. One of the reasons we have two people in that classroom is so that if we have a situation where a child needs to be removed, there's still a teacher in there who can be focused on the kids who want to pay attention. The idea is that we don't want to take the attention away from the kids who are participating. We want to reward that behavior and just remove the child who's having the hard day basically. And so when you take a kid out of the room, the first thing is to tell them what you're doing, right? So, hey, you are having a hard day. It seems aren't participating. We need you to participate. I would say give them an explanation and a chance to improve the behavior. And if they can't do that, then that's when we should move them. I definitely do not encourage warning after warning after warning because that really doesn't lead to any change in behavior. So sitting down with the kid and saying, hey, you're having a hard time. We really want you to be a part of this class and this lesson. If you can't do that, we're going to have to make a different decision, right? So if the child can't do it, take them out and take them to their parents is the very first thing that should happen if their parents are available. If they're not, because a lot of us who are teachers also have kids in the classes. So, I mean, myself and Laura are often not available during Sunday school for whatever reason. So, if there's that situation where the parent is unavailable to take the child, then take them into the nursery room where we do usually have the staff. It's usually the elementary age staff who are helping out with Sunday school. So into the nursery where they can sit quietly and do nothing. The idea is not for them to go play somewhere else and have fun somewhere else. The idea is that they are, kind of thinking about what they've done and having some quiet contemplative time. It's not playtime. So that's the alternative to if you can't find the parent. Finding the parent is the number one thing to do, and just explaining to them, and parents know that this is our policy, or they hopefully will, that the child was having a problem, whatever that is, describing it to the parent. And we took them out of the classroom because other kids weren't able to focus, and so we're bringing them to you. That, in my opinion, when the child who's instigated something, when that person is removed, it really calms down the room and solves the problem. It is important because then the other kids know, as well as that child who you've had to remove, understand that we're serious. We're not just saying what's going to happen and then it never does. We're following through on what we're saying. And so it's that important to us, right? That this Sunday school lesson be allowed to continue. And it's so important that we really are going to take you out of the classroom and find your parent if you can't listen. Sometimes just saying that to the kid will help them calm down and kind of regain their focus. We've had situations where a child simply refuses, and you don't want to manhandle them, right? You don't want to, do anything like that. If that's the case, I would say try and come find me, right? So you say to the child, I'm sorry, you're having a hard time. You're not calming down. Can we go find your parents? Let's go talk about that. And they said, no, I'm not going to go. You can come find me, and I will be happy to take over that situation so that you and whoever staff is in there with you working can focus on the kids solely. That's the main thing. Ideally, we get to a point where it's such a pattern that the kids understand exactly how we're going to respond, that it's a deterrent, right? It is totally okay for kids to be exuberant, for them to be excited. I don't expect them to be completely quiet or sitting in their chairs the whole time. Some kids will do that by nature, others won't. That's okay. My concern is when they are being disruptive, um, in terms of either the physical space of other children, or kicking, hitting furniture, moving things around, talking over teachers, things like that. When the behavior becomes disruptive like that, that's when we want to intervene so that they understand the seriousness of it. So that's kind of the general outline and approach for dealing with that. If someone becomes an ongoing problem, let me know and we can maybe have bigger conversations with the parents about that. I also am going to try and have a few Sundays where I'll film a Sunday school class, maybe with my iPad or something. It's not something I want to be known, hey, we're going to film today so that the kids are all in their best behavior. I want to kind of capture just an ordinary class and see what it's like, so that if we do have to talk to parents, it gets easier to just show them a short clip of what's happening in the classroom. And that takes away the subjectivity of what we're saying. It becomes just a very factual, like, here's what happened. So I'm going to try and do that probably the next couple of Sundays. And I'll put my iPad up in the classroom so that it's not in the way, hopefully. But we'll try that out and see if it works. So I know we have some new teachers and we have some new staff, and so I wanted to make this video to kind of walk everyone through the process. If you have any questions about the process, find me on Sundays, shoot me an email, shoot me a text, whatever you want to do, and we can talk more about it. But hopefully this will help with a lot of the ways we deal with it and make it a consistent thing that all the teachers and staff are doing, so that it's easier for the kids to know what their boundaries are. And for the kids who want to participate, it becomes a better place to be. Okay, thanks so much, guys.